We are going to watch Battlegrounds, drink some Diet Pepsis, and talk about the Ascension.
I'm not angry. What the?
The longest-running weekly overproduced, under-talented, episodic, sometimes echoing, often infighting wrestling podcast. It is Tuesday night. That means it is time to react to Smackdown Live. This is March 19th. I am your host, Adam Baum. We are going to react. Alongside me is the Bionic Mark himself, Brian. This is Smarkdown. We're going to take it away with us. What's going on tonight, Brian?
Not too much, man. You know, I'm a little disappointed that I did not see my my face-painted brothers. But
you know that the Ascension are not on.
Well, you know, I'm talking about Monday night. I'm talking about Tuesday night. Where the fuck were they?
Well, they're not on Tuesday nights.
I'm saying last night either, though.
They're not on Monday nights.
Where are they?
They're not very good, Brian. They're jobbers. For those of you who don't know, we are talking about the Ascension. That is what Brian is whining about. I don't know why. I don't know why he chose to whine here in the open.
You asked me how I was doing, okay? And that's how I responded.
It was a horrible segue.
No.
Why don't, instead of telling me that horrible segue, you introduce our board, which is Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube.
We got Bang Bus GM, Captain Obvious, Fake News CNN.
Fake News CNN is with us?
I don't know. That's good.
I like fake news.
Yeah, right. Kevin from Texas, of course.
Oh, that's wonderful.
They're filing in.
I like that Kevin. I don't miss
Kevin.
the other Kevin.
He's a good Kevin.
For the full rundown tonight, guys, we're going to do our key ingredients. We'll do some housekeeping, some Smarkies, and then we're going to do something a little different. This is your chance, guys, because you know we kind of always blow our wad on Mondays in terms of dirt sheet, so we don't really have anything 24 hours later. So if there's something that you wanted us to talk about that we missed that was in the dirt sheet, you can bring it up to us. Isn't that amazing? We let you do the work for us. That's so nice of us.
And usually, I mean, people bring up stuff that is like, oh, yeah, that did happen. And, like, sometimes we don't talk about it. So how about instead we'll just we'll skip a step, all right? And you can just throw it out there and let's just fucking talk. 'Cause, right, isn't that what this is all about, right? We're just talking wrestling, right?
It is, yeah. And that's why we need to get to this.
What you need to make a good Smackdown is your 3 key ingredients.
You know, Brian, I wish that I really wish that we did 3 ingredients on Mondays.
Why is that?
It's just tough to get 5 extra big-ass topics. But it's kind of easy by comparison here when you think about it to get 3 key ingredients. In fact, we've got 5 tonight. Let me run it down real quick for you. It is going to be number 1, rotten to the core. Number 2, great, not good. Number 3, I'm your pappy, part 2.
I'm your poppy.
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 What? Why is pappy not good?
Pappy? Because it's not fucking pappy.
It's poppy.
I'm your poppy. Do you remember Eddie Guerrero?
I
Do you
know.
remember Dominic?
I'm fully aware. Number 4, please, Miss WrestleMania. And number 5, Gauntlet in Paradise. You ready, Brian?
I am, Adam.
1.
Number 1, rotten to the core. Of course, we're talking about Miz and Shane build here. You know, Brian, I think Miz did what he could.
How's that?
Meaning he's a face. He's playing the card of, yeah, I didn't get handed everything to me on a silver platter. I mean, that's generally the storyline you go with when you go against the McMahon of Shane or Stephanie's caliber because they're the children. Nobody ever plays that against Vince. It's always the boss angle there. But Shane, we've done this. I mean, all the way back to, what was it, the Mean Street Posse. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've always had spoiled Shane. What you noticed, and I thought it was a good catch. I didn't notice it or really agree with it, but it is a good take. You thought that this is kind of him stealing a little bit of Kofi's thunder.
It just feels similar.
Or similar.
It feels a little bit similar, but that could just be the underlying theme with, trouble with all of the McMahons and just who has, I guess ultimately all the power with Shane and Vince and all that stuff. That's kind of like, we've seen those seeds planted a little bit. But with the whole...
Well, and Miz said that. He said, you're as evil as your father. Stephanie and Triple H have, for the most part, been face since all four of them have, they haven't been the authority. But the McMahons have been abusing the power, and this is just another step to it. You are going to come out and face me at WrestleMania. This is he's drunk with power. And
also, this is a fun fact that I actually didn't. I haven't said this to you yet. When I was just going through, just getting ready for the show and everything, it almost felt like I was like doing like ad libs. Like I was just like changing like our production sheet and just kind of switching names out. And dude, they started it just with right away, just right off the bat. Miz comes out and just throws it right back to the Titantron. Sorry, I dated myself. And they do a whole recap. And they just do a whole
boy, brother.
Yeah, and I mean, like with this episode, we knew we were going to have the gauntlet match. We knew it was going to be almost an hour-long match. So, I don't know, just starting the whole show with a package like that just felt just a little bit wasted.
Well, in general, I don't want to get too far off topic on this, but in general, this whole road to WrestleMania feels more like a limp than a gallop.
It definitely, this card, man, I don't like being negative. I don't like being negative.
All right, well, let's not be negative. Is there something positive before we move on the Miz Shane thing? And if you can't give it to me, can the board give it to us?
In my opinion,
they're talking about Pappy still.
Pappy? Yeah,
Pappy.
I'm your Pappy.
I'm your Pappy. I'm the Pappy.
At least with this crowd, Miz was clearly the babyface. Like they were behind him, they were cheering for him. He was, he gave the whole spiel. I've been here for 13 years. I deserve this.
But does he? He's already been given the championship. The reason when you said that it was very Kofi-like, the reason I hate it so much is because he's not chasing. He's saying it's an uneven promo when he's saying he's the most must-see champion. He's the most must-see this. He's so over. Justin joining us. What's up, Justin?
Hey, Justin.
When he's doing all of that, and then, like, you've already been to the mountaintop. You spent most of your career as a heel. I know WWE in the past has been, Brian, whatever happened 6 months ago never happened. But you can't do a promo about talking about 13 years and then pretend like it didn't happen, is my point. And I know that's being nitpicky, but that's what we do on Tuesday nights to try and find a flaw because it's not as flawed as Mondays.
No. Well, I think that's just because it's like an hour shorter.
But yeah, well, I mean, but they still opened with a package,
right?
I mean, so in the end, this did nothing for me though to make me more excited about this match.
And Shane,
this is still a match that I don't care about.
Shane wasn't there,
right?
So just another kind of doing it via fucking satellite.
Well, and that's what Orton and AJ are going to do until WrestleMania as well. Which I guess is my segue. Number 2, Stike is late. Yeah, we're gonna dock you. Sorry, Stike.
One more thing to say. All
right. We're going back. Sorry.
I am.
1.
Okay.
All right. Isn't the fucking that show the Miz and Mrs.
Yeah.
Right. Isn't that on right now? And don't they live in like a lavish mansion? And
not a mansion. No,
they just moved into like a fucking multi-million-dollar. I don't know what kind of place you live in, Adam Bomb.
Yeah, well, it's a rancho. I got that Jew money.
2.
Number 2.
That's it?
Yes. Number 2, great, not good. AJ and Orton. This, you weren't here last week, Brian, but this feels like the R-rated version, no pun intended here, versus when it was Cena and AJ, that was more PG-13. This feels more R-rated, but it's the same build, right? Took you long enough to get here. I've been here for a while. You couldn't.
You wouldn't survive in my world.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, I was winning titles while you were just trying to get here. Orton is pushing the envelope more. But does that make? This is. And by the way, again, you weren't here last week. This is a match I'm all in on. at Mania. This is one of the few.
I don't need the build-up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just get me to the dance. I don't need a build. I don't need the back and forth. Well, I guess in fairness, is this for the not crazy fans like us that don't know all this history that they're saying?
What are you talking about? Explain.
Like saying the 15 years and saying that you got cut from WCW. Some of them might not know him from TNA.
Sure.
Some mainstay.
People that have just been watching.
So
WWE.
Everything that Randy's saying is new to them. I mean, I know this is a kayfabe fourth wall era on the internet, but maybe they think that there's a population out there, especially on the road to Mania, that does not know this.
Maybe this is the test.
It's
maybe
a test.
Not. But it's fucking crazy seeing them go toe to toe though. Like just the size difference. Like Orton is fucking huge, or AJ's just kind of a little tiny.
Do you remember
the
one contender match they had? I can't remember if you were on Smarkdown with me at the time, but they did fight once in a contendership match, and it was awesome. Do you think AJ will go over Orton since he signed a new contract? Stike is asking that on the board. I think very simply, this is one of those crapshoots. It's one of the reasons why. The only way that this is bad for either guy is if the match is no good.
There's no way it's going to be bad.
Okay, so then that's my point. It really does. This is because there's no belt involved. It really doesn't matter as long as the match is good who wins or loses.
The only way it'll be bad is if there's some sort of like blizzard or something in New Jersey.
Well, and also they haven't.
No, just going to no-sell that?
I didn't know what you meant. Is it supposed to snow there?
I mean, it's fucking.
It's April.
It's April. So, are you kidding me, bro?
All right, bro. No, don't bro me.
No,
don't bro me.
You're not.
Don't bro me.
You're not a New Yorker. You lived in Syracuse.
I got lake effect snow, motherfucker. Way more than you get annually in Long Island. I know you want to say that the coast there, but the ocean doesn't fucking bring in snow like lakes do. Learn something. Check something. No, you check the weather pattern.
Tape. No.
I was gonna say weather pattern. I like weather tape better.
Yeah, as you were.
What were we fighting about? AJ Orton. There's nothing else to add to it.
No, it was
Get me to the match.
It was a very quick promo.
The board is not giving me shit either.
Yeah, it's Styles.
I'm talking about the puppy on Twitter.
Styles just put Orton over, saying that he's not good. He's great.
Yeah. But Captain Obvious agrees with you, Brian. He says, I don't care who wins. It's one of those matches. I'm happy either way. I'm just happy it's on the card, especially when you got Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin.
3.
Number 3. I'm your pappy.
I'm your pappy.
Do you know why
we're just abandoning?
Do you know?
All right, no, we can change it. I'm your pappy. Yeah.
Do you know why I keep saying I'm your pappy?
Why is that?
I keep thinking about Bernie Mac in Life. You know, when he goes, I'm the pappy.
I'm the pappy. Can't get right.
Yeah, exactly. Can't get right was the pappy. But this is I'm your poppy, right?
I'm your poppy.
Poppy.
I'm your poppy.
Part 2. You called it part 2 because you think, just like I think that this is my segue I should have done, just like I think that the Orton and AJ is a retread of Orton and Cena, you think that Mysterio and Joe is a retread of Mysterio and Eddie and their custody battle of Dominic.
No, not necessarily custody battle, because
well, I know they're not going to put him on a pole.
No, Dominic is a fucking he's a young man, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, he was right there.
Isn't he training?
He's training, I believe, with Lance Storm.
Okay, yeah. So Dominic
has trained with Lance Storm.
Was that really though Dominic back then?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was him.
Yeah, and then tonight
I just thought it was an actor.
He towers over Ray. I mean, he's probably only. I don't know, man. He's not a cruiserweight. Or if he is, he's a big cruiserweight.
But could this be, and hear me out on a long game here, could this be why Ray came back?
To protect his son?
No. To give his son some spots.
Elevate him. I mean, he's wrestling in his own right.
I know, but here he is coming in.
It's great publicity.
I mean, right? And don't forget, he was adopted by Ray. His real father's Eddie. No, I know that was the kayfabe.
Come on, bro.
That was the whole.
Right,
do you remember?
Vaguely.
That was the whole thing. The whole thing was that Eddie and Vicky, Vicky wasn't a character back then.
He looks like Eddie.
The whole thing back then was that Eddie and Vicky couldn't keep the kid, and so Ray and his wife wanted a kid so badly, so they let them raise him, but now Eddie wanted him back. And so that's how it was really bad.
If they want custody battle of Dominic, that's that'll be a little weird.
Anyway,
he's about like 24 years old or something.
Joe does seem to like terrorizing the kids. Kevin from Texas says, but again, like Brian pointed out, this isn't a kid. This is a grown-ass man. I mean, he's not as old as Steve.
But we all know that he's training and that he's wrestling.
Right.
Like, they didn't portray him to be just like, he wasn't
He's gonna
holding a
take
fucking
bumps.
lollipop in a backpack. Like, he was a fucking man. He's a fucking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't like attacking the old Dominic. For those of you that are listening on the podcast and don't realize, this is a grown man now.
Yeah.
This is not the little kid taking bumps. I don't want you to think that, but Joe certainly liked the terrorizing part of this. This again is another little retread of Joe when he was going after AJ and his family.
I was thinking more of along the lines Undertaker and David Flair when he beat him up backstage. I think when he was feuding with Ric Flair when he first came over. When the fuck was that?
I guess
it must have been
Mika Meach is here
when Flair first came over.
Dominic is wrestling the last name Mysterio or Guerrero. Justin wants to know which one. Yeah. Mika Meach says, I hope Joe musclebusters Ray. Will they allow it?
Nah, he always teases it, but
somebody else did a musclebuster recently.
Who? No. You lie.
I swear.
No.
I swear.
No, you're wrong.
No, because Sarab made the comment. I swear.
Sarab? Who's Sarab?
Sarab,
the night of
Thuffer and Thuckatash. I don't have anything else on this one. I think it's funny. I'm going to have a lot of fun on the next one.
What's the next one?
Oh, you know the next one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is our segue.
4.
Little bit of Twitter. Man, I like the KO show. So I like the way they did this tonight.
He's a great host, by the way.
He's just great at everything. I still don't understand why the fuck you brought him back. Stike is saying, check the tape for you, Brian. He says, Undertaker beat up David at a training facility that David was training at.
Right. It was right when Flair started coming back on TV, and that's when I think that must have been leading up to their WrestleMania match.
And everybody last night, you and Rob...
What's that?
Said that Tony Nese had no chance. Tony Nese is fighting Buddy Murphy at WrestleMania. He beat Cedric tonight.
That is... pretty awesome. Maybe he gets switched out and it's Baron Corbin doing double duty, right?
Captain Obvious, earning his name, wants to point out
what's that?
That Samoa Joe will not do the Muscle Buster anymore. Ever since Tyson Kidd almost died. No, duh.
But I like that he at
Captain
least
Obvious.
he still teases it. And you know what? I had that thought tonight just because he tried it during.
It was
the
like the curb stomp. I mean, it's not worth talking about. Topic number 4 is worth talking about.
Fine. Jeez.
Topic number 4 is worth talking about.
Yeah, what's that?
It's called Please, Miss WrestleMania. For those of you that didn't know, there's a tweet out there from Charlotte Flair. It's a picture of her doing her like fake wannabe glorious twirl in one of her robes that looks, awesome, like Daddy's. And don't
ever say Daddy.
It says Miss WrestleMania, MS period WrestleMania. And Becky, of course, replied, what was the exact reply? I don't have it.
Oh, way to go.
Wow. I thought you were preparing it.
You thought I was preparing it?
Yes. Yes.
Fuck.
I was doing the intro. Her exact reply.
Hey, Teddy.
Let me pull it up. To Miss WrestleMania from Charlotte Flair was, we all wish you would. Now, this is a thinker. You guys hear me say Miss WrestleMania, and then you hear me say we all wish you would, and you get it. But the way Charlotte intended it was not the way Becky twisted it. And that's what's so much fun about it.
That was kind of clever.
I liked it. I thought it was very clever, very highbrow. It took Bob and you a second, and Rob didn't get it at all. We had to explain it to him.
Was that Bob or fucking Kevin?
Which one?
I don't know. You send it in fucking a million different ones.
Owens welcomed Becky and Charlotte, of course. She tells Lynch all the nasty things Ron has said about her. Owens was poking the bear a little bit, and then he was being funny at the end. He asks Lynch before she answers a question to hold on, gets out of the ring, and they, of course, come to blows.
And it was cool that he was putting over, he said, tonight it should be fight Becky fight Charlotte fight. Just kind of, like you said, just kind of stirring that pot and just kind of
But again, why is he here?
Why is he here? You know what? You said it before. Why did he come back for this? I agree. Why not just sit it out, keep training, keep fucking getting better, then wait till Mania. Wait till all this fucking stuff is just done and over with, and they can just start from scratch and start building those, new feuds from the ground up.
This is so boggling to me why they brought Kevin Owens back to have a match and to cut a promo, a full face promo, and then turns out he's going to do the KO show. They better have something really fucking good planned for him after Mania, and they should be shaking their heads why they brought him back.
You know what? It's disappointing though is we get a baby face, complete baby face Kevin Owens,
right,
and a complete baby face Miz going into WrestleMania. Feels weird.
Yeah, Bangba says watch the Nice and Cedric match. It was great.
I'm sure
you probably won't.
Adam won't.
Teddy, I saw that you came in a second ago. I forgot to play your sound effect.
Oh man, I have no idea what's going on.
Are you? Again, this is another one of those matches. I want to see the outcome, not so much the match like Orton and AJ. I want to see the outcome. I don't really care about any more build. Aren't you done with some of these storylines? This one especially. We know Ronda's not going to be on Tuesdays. So it's always Becky and Charlotte doing something on Tuesdays and then invading on Mondays to do what? Just get to the match already, right?
I guess. No, yeah, but this one, it's a little bit different in that with the Randy AJ one, I don't want to see the build. I want to see the match. With the Ronda one, I don't want to see the build and I don't want to see the match.
I just want to see the finish.
No, I don't. I just want to see the next match after whatever.
Yeah, I want to know where we're gonna go from here.
Bye, Ronda.
To me, I know you guys and everybody out there in podcast land wants to say that is going to be the main event. This is how we'll close this topic.
Oh no!
That you guys say it's going to be the main event of WrestleMania. Every day that this feud has gone on since the Rumble. To me, I've wanted it less and less as the main event at WrestleMania.
This one?
Yeah. As the show closer, I was all in for it when it was just Becky and Ronda after Royal Rumble closed. Over the course of them flipping Ronda or Ronda flipping herself, however you want to call it, I've just, oh, Jesus, Mika Meech.
What's that?
He threw me off my argument here. He said Corbin and Angle is going to close the show.
What if Ronda gets added to that match? So she fucks kayfabe and she fucks over intergender wrestling, and then she just does it all in the main event. Boom.
I wonder if this is why we haven't seen Teddy as much recently. He says, I'm done with WWE. To be honest, I'll just watch Mania. Same storylines every week with different wrestlers. Fuck off, WWE. We're sick of this shit. You remember there was like a 6-week period where they're different.
What are you talking about?
Where they did truly try to do something different. They elevated Mustafa Ali. They were doing a lot of debuts. They were trying to freshen things up.
EC3.
Yeah. Well, that whole class was crap. Lars never debuted. Lacey just walks. EC3 just poses.
Lacey was here again.
Yeah.
Tonight.
I guess we could talk about the other women. The Iconics.
Yep.
I like their outfits.
Adam, come on.
What? Giggity.
No.
The Iconics won.
Highbrow.
I know the title. I know it was not titles weren't on the line, but the Iconics won.
No, and it was cool seeing them, get the roll up win like they did.
Well, what's this mean? Is there a chance that it's a 4-way at Mania? You throw Iconics and the Samoan Twat team in with Natty and Beth?
I mean, why the fuck not?
Exactly. I'm glad you gave me that answer.
At this point, sure, let them fucking in.
Yes.
Oh, you want to put fucking Medusa and goddamn Bull Nakano in there? Yeah.
Why not?
Go ahead.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Let them stand. They could stand on the fucking ring steps. If
Yep.
There's not enough room on the apron.
Why don't you make them teams and give captains? Each team should get a captain.
Yeah.
Red Rover. Let the tag team belts come over.
Fucking Dana Warrior show up in gimmick.
Yes, and Dana Brooke will be her partner.
Boom.
They'll be the Danas. Book that shit. Anyway, that was really bad, but that's what we got.
5.
Number 5, Gauntlet and Paradise. Okay, obviously we're talking about Kofi. McMahon, the whole 9 yards. This is the long-ass match. I said what would happen last week. It did. I was a little disappointed that we're doing another gauntlet match so soon after we already had one. And let's just real quickly run down the competitors. Okay, we had Rowan, we had Joe, we had the Bar.
Not in that order.
Right, and we had Orton.
Correct.
And then we had Daniel Bryan at the end. Now, Joe, Orton, and Daniel Bryan were in the last gauntlet. Okay, now, Kofi never fought Orton because AJ beat him, but he was in the last gauntlet.
Yeah.
So you're doing the same gimmick less than a month later. You got half the competitors are the same. The result is sort of the same. Instead of winning, you have Mr. McMahon coming out and saying, oh, you forgot there's one more opponent. I'm banning these other guys from ringside. I know you're tired of shit. The fans are so bought into every bit of this that I knew that Vince was going to do this last week when this was booked.
Really?
Yeah. What are you smiling about over there?
I'm just kind of blown away at the fact that, like, how long ago was it when we said that, when all the McMahon said that they were going to call everything straight down the line, and I mean, that's already out the window, man. I just can't.
Oh, it's completely.
I can't get over it.
The Authority turned face. The McMahon boys went full fucking heel. We've had Kevin Owens flip. We've had Daniel Bryan flip. We've had
Daniel Bryan, at least him.
That's a good one.
Is a good one. That one we cannot complain about.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
But the talent's still not used right. The storylines are not there.
No.
And I'm sorry, but bullshit like Say My Name between Alistair and Velveteen was the reason that Velveteen was one of the most over characters last year. Stupid shit. Say My Name, Brian.
Say My Name. Fucking Austin Aries. Banana. What the hell?
I mean, you don't need all this layering. You just need the right fit. And you need those two characters to buy into why they hate each other. Like, there's been a lot of talk about Becky Lynch lately and them showing her in that fucking horrible green outfit back in NXT where she was dancing the jig. And she, not swerved into it, she's just flat out said, yep, I was about to get cut back then, and I would have done anything to stay on the roster. And now look at me. And that's true. Vince is going to give Kofi another chance. New Day triple threat match, offering a title match to Big E and Woods next week. That's a good.
You know what I was thinking?
I like that, Mika Meach.
I thought Vince was going to make either Big E or Xavier wrestle Kofi
tonight.
Yeah.
Instead of Daniel.
And maybe if they don't,
well, that's
if they
why
forfeit or if they do something where it's screwed over, then they get punished.
Yeah, Mika Meach, though, I like that. But again, you're running the risk. There are 2 more SmackDowns. You don't have a booking here yet. And there's 2 more SmackDowns till WrestleMania.
Yeah, but I think at this point they've shown their cards.
They've shown that, and they haven't shown it, Brian.
Because I've been the one I've been doubting it for weeks, and now after watching tonight,
there are
and seeing
10
the shit that
fucking matches booked, Brian.
Doesn't matter.
This isn't one of them. This is the one fans are going crazy for on a Tuesday night.
Who's Daniel Bryan wrestling?
Exactly.
Who is he wrestling? Or I'm sorry, who is he fighting?
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Baron Corbin.
Yeah, Kofi's then going to win. To me, I liked Kofi winning, but to have Bryan come out last and beat Kofi just degrades the bar. Rowan, Joe, and Orton, Stike says.
How about
a gauntlet match, for all the pomp and circumstance of a gauntlet match, here's the problem with the gauntlet match. Guess what happens? You have X amount of losers. You up the quantity of losers. You don't up the quantity of victors. There's only one victor of every match.
Yeah, well, there's 2.
No.
If the Ascension are in it.
Not with a K, Brian. Victor is not spelled that way.
Okay. As you were.
Captain Obvious says, too obvious, Mika Meach, in my opinion, that would happen. It is obvious, but I called last week that this was going to happen at the end of the gauntlet, and I called it Captain Obvious because it was obvious. I think Mika Meach is calling the same thing because as soon as I read that statement from him, that makes perfect sense. That's how you throw the New Day and play into it.
And how about fucking Rowan coming out he's still coming out to shitty Hammerman music.
He had a, Creator shirt on?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you and your metal.
Yeah, I stocked CDs for 19 years. I know all the crazy metal fonts. I couldn't tell you half of their names. Obvious, so obvious you didn't even think about it. Mika Meach says, so true. Losers
so
that have
obvious.
losers have WrestleMania matches too. Kevin says, yeah, but where's your match?
Yeah.
No, he's talking about the gauntlet match. But still, you're trying to make Joe look strong and you have him get pinned. You're trying to make Orton look strong and you have him get pinned to a guy that's not even in a feud with them. And you know that both of them are booked elsewhere. They didn't even need to be in this gauntlet. You want to have him run through the tag division as singles competitors like you did with the Bar. I'm fine with that.
They've done it before.
That's fine. Why not throw another tag team out there under the bus?
Who?
Anybody else on the show? Not the Usos because they're the champs.
Major Brothers.
Yeah.
They're a wrong show.
Well, the club. They love burying the club.
Yeah.
He should have run through the club, the Bar, and Rowan, and then Daniel Bryan come out. Think about that. The club, the Bar, and Rowan.
Hardys.
No. Well, they're face,
No,
so it would make sense.
Right.
But you have him run through 2 evil tag teams. That's 4 guys. Rowan, that's 5, and then 6 against Daniel Bryan. There you go. But instead, you have Orton and I don't know.
Call me old-fashioned, but you throwing all these names out there is making my goddamn head spin.
Oh, that's because you don't know the roster.
Can't we just have a one-on-one, or can't we just have a fucking just tag team match? Or, you know what? Hey, trios is cool too now, but fuck, man. So many teams, so many people.
Yeah, Captain Obvious says Rowan came out to his old theme last week, then the shitty Hammerman theme this week.
Oh, I've got a speed round when we're ready.
Yeah, Vince makes a Battle Royal winner face. Brian said Kofi isn't a participant, and Kofi sneaks in as a masked wrestler and wins.
The Calgary Kid?
That's what Stike's saying. What was that, Mr. America?
Miz. Calgary Kid was Miz.
Calgary Kid was Miz.
I
forgot all about that.
The club was pulled by off of their live events, and they haven't been on since fucking like late February.
Yeah. I think they're leaving.
Probably.
I don't necessarily think for AEW. I think they might go back to New Japan.
I hope so.
You know?
They have, I believe it's September. September is when their contracts come up.
Well,
and they've already been. Apparently, there's rumors that they've already turned them down, which is why they were pulled from the live events. But Carl Anderson, he tweeted out a video of his son. And said like something like, "Don't believe don't believe the shit that's out there." Basically, just in a kind of like a funny tongue-in-cheek video, just to kind of keep everyone guessing.
Yeah, the club needs to join
back.
their brothers in AEW. That's what Teddy says.
Fuck yeah.
Bangla says they'll work both. Adam, I don't know what he's talking about.
They'll work AEW and New Japan.
Oh, okay.
Potentially, I don't know. I mean,
he says the club isn't heel.
The
Smart
Bucks
guy. They flip flop depending on who they're in rivals with.
I don't know. I mean, they haven't outright said that they're going to be working with New Japan wrestlers, have they?
I don't know. The Bucks have tag titles.
I mean, they're not going to be at
and they've been working with Pentagon and Phoenix.
Right, but what I'm saying is they specifically, they're not part of Ring of Honor. They're not going to be at the MSG show. So why would you think that they're going to be working with New Japan, at least right now? I know we're going completely off topic, but
I know it's only a few weeks away, but maybe they'll throw something in there, Brian.
Potentially. I mean, of course they'll be there.
Yeah. Anyway. It is on to our speed round, Brian. You told me midair what this one was, so I got nothing on my paper.
All right. Board and Adam. Let's see. Over under that Marina Menounos shows up at WrestleMania 35.
This is your speed round?
She's fucking almost like The Undertaker. I feel like she's at every single event. Every single big event she shows up. Or that
she actually
that strange lady
at WrestleMania. You know that once.
Oh, I know that, brother.
She was in a tag match.
Oh, I know.
So will she or will... Is there a not fabulous Moolah Battle Royal?
Probably. No, they changed the name, though.
I know. That's why I said
not fabulous. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a not fabulous Battle Royal? We should call it that. Not fabulous Battle Royal.
How many matches do you think are going to be on the card?
100.
What's the over-under? 100.
Honestly, yeah. Everybody who's still with us, before we go to break here, this is the real speed round, Brian. Give me your over-under. How many matches? 10 are booked right now. How many more?
Including pre-show, right?
Yeah, you count pre-show, because I don't know which of the 10 that are booked already are going to be pre-show. Hey, we got a new subscriber. Thank you, RJ5328. They just subscribed to us. The little zombie goes across the screen. It's so exciting. We're getting closer to our goal.
Of world domination?
Yeah, our sub-goal. Well, our sub-goal for YouTube right now is 500, and our sub-goal for Twitch is 100. So we're on the way there.
So I guess, let's see. Over-under for Captain Obvious is under. It's over for Stike. Won't show up for Captain Obvious. Let's see.
Rumor is it's going to be 8 hours this year, Stike says. Yeah.
Fuck.
Teddy says there's got to be a bong break somewhere in there.
Where, at Mania?
Yeah.
Well, they'll be in New Jersey. I don't know where we're going to have it.
Yeah, you can't light stuff around there because of all the fumes.
Yeah,
you might just set the air on fire.
Jersey stinks as it is.
Yeah. Coming up after the break, we're going to do the Smarkies. Also, we are going to let you guys control the dirt sheets. So stay tuned after the break. We'll see you then.
Housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping.
Not now.
Housekeeping.
Go away.
Here are your Markedoutwrestling housekeeping notes. Stay informed through social media by following us on Facebook, facebook.com/markedout1. Instagram @markedoutwrestling. Twitter @smartmarkshow. Join us live and subscribe on YouTube, Markedout Wrestling Podcast, or Twitch, Markedout Wrestling. Listen to us using Apple Podcast, iTunes, or Podbean the following day. Send us your thoughts and opinions, or upload your custom audio segments to us using WeTransfer.com via email, markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. MOWP are members of the Electronic Media Collective and Bubba the Love Sponges, Bubba Radio Army. You can listen to us on demand on either platform. Get connected. Get connected.
Oh, my God!
I said no!
Okay, I clean. I stick finger in your mouth. Housekeeping.
Okay.
Okay.
Show me the money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Hello, Marked Out Wrestling listener family. This is Rody Rob, the executive producer of the show, and I'm excited to tell you about some great ways to help us continue to bring you great pro wrestling fan perspective in the coming year. Visit markedoutgear.com and browse our new line of apparel and gear. You can grab a shirt or gear with some of our favorite catchphrases from the show or some of our original concepts. And don't forget to use the promo code SmartMarkShow for 10% off of your entire order. Independent wrestlers, we'd love to support your growth by offering you a platform to market yourself. Email us, markedoutgear@gmail.com, if you are interested. We will take a minimal cut while giving you up to 90% of the profits. Also, join one of our monthly tiers on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/markedoutwrestling, and if you choose the Marking Out tier of $20 a month, we will send you an MOWP shirt as a thank you. Finally, visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code MARKEDOUT, that's all caps and one word, to receive 10% off of your entire order of Al Snow's popular pro wrestling brand apparel.
Show me the money! Show me the money! You my motherfucker!
And thank you for your support.
Saturday, April 6, 11 p.m. in New York City, it's On Your Mark Live, hosted by 15-plus year undefeated Backyard Wrestling Entertainment champion, Mark Extreme. Come out for some uncensored shoot interviews with Ring of Honor and Bachelorette star Kenny King, Impact Wrestling's Taya Valkyrie, and more. Also appearing stars from Southern Honor Wrestling, a live BWE tryout session, and so much more. Ticket proceeds to Pause for the Cause Animal Charity, and they're available now at bit.ly/OIM Live.
And here we are back out of the break. I love promoting that show. On Your Mark.
Dude, Marky Extreme is he is a veteran backyard wrestler. I'm sorry, backyard entertainer. And he's been grueling and grinding and just making the towns, brother.
Yeah. And before we get into the Smarkies, I just want to say while we were at break, Kevin from Texas, you win. Okay, just you win. And here's why. Is the comment that he made while we were away. WrestleMania isn't supposed to make you rethink your life. But at 8 hours, 17 matches, 33 intros, if they're all one-on-one except for the one triple threat that's booked. Wow, that is a lot.
We're going to give you what you want.
Lies.
Something new.
Lies.
Something fresh.
Lies.
In the coming weeks,
lies.
That's not true.
Oh, here's happy time.
Recorded live from the White Table Studios, it's the Smarky Awards.
All right, it's time to have some fun. Board, get your picks ready. We're just going to, by the way, only 2 fucking matches. We're just going to skip best match. So there's only 4 awards tonight. Marked Out Award, Well That Sucked, LOL, and the Pink Slip. You guys ready? Marked Out Award, Well That Sucked, LOL, Pink Slip. Brian.
Yeah.
There's nothing that makes us marked out on Mondays. What would make us mark out here on Tuesday, or specifically, what made you mark out?
Can I tell you what did not make me mark out?
What did not make you mark out?
And this one doesn't really fit into any kind of category. This one is just, it's on my brain, man. I got to get it off my chest. Nikki Cross does not sit in a group and watch TV with a group of people. Ever. Don't ever show me that. And you know what they did tonight?
They showed you that?
Exactly that.
Well.
She's just backstage watching the gauntlet match. She might as well have just had fucking like a bag of popcorn. And
she was part of that debut that I said that nobody's.
Oh
that
my
everybody's,
God, man! It just make everything.
Does that even count as a class? Those 6 people?
Yeah, absolutely. And they are just all fucked up.
Yeah, they don't know what the.
Like, would you ever see that? Would you ever see her doing that in NXT? Her sitting around just like with just minding her own business.
I couldn't even see her sitting around with her husband backstage.
Rain boots or whatever the fuck.
Okay, like them breaking kayfabe that way, because I couldn't even see that. Let's see what we got on the board before I go. Marked out Lacey Evans for Captain Obvious. What the ever-loving fuck are you thinking? Marked out Tony Nese finally getting a cruiserweight title match. That is from Stike. That is also from Bang Bus. He says Nese beating Cedric. That's a big deal. Mine is going to be like you, Brian. This is one of those times where I don't savor the flavor of being right. I hated not only that it was Daniel Bryan, but I hated that they took this away from Kofi. I would have rather seen him win and then McMahon go, yep, you earned your spot at Mania. He goes, now, if you want it to be a title match next week, you've got to do this. He goes, I promised you would be on the card, but not. I would have rather seen that and let him go away with the victory.
Little cliffhanger.
Something. Just let him go away with the victory. Or, even better, if you're going to have him lose, have that last opponent be Harper and just go ahead and just make Daniel Bryan the new Bray Wyatt. He stole your boys. Yeah, he stole your boys, made them eco-friendly.
Just make them dress up like janitors again.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, put them in the little suits.
Yep.
Best Where match? Were we? Oh, so that was the best match. What? Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
There's 2 matches on the whole show.
Okay, well, hey man, this is fucking Smarkdown. We have.
What was your best? What was your best match? What was
my
your
best match?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the other one.
Okay, mine is the Iconics versus.
Okay, and I'll go with the Gauntlet.
Boston
there we go.
Hug.
Yeah, cool.
Phenomenal match.
Awesome.
You know what? It was cool to see that it wasn't just fucking like Boston Hug just going over willy-nilly and nothing really happening. At least there was some sort of not friction per se, because we know that they're the tag champs, and they're probably going to keep it for a little bit. But
I'm going to talk on my ass for a second.
Yeah,
because I don't know. I just don't know what the record is, but it feels like any time the belt is not on the line and a champion is in a match, I would say it's close to 70-75% that they're going to lose. Because if they were going to win, they would put the title on the line.
Why do it?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, why wouldn't you say they're going to defend the title tonight?
Right.
So that's why I felt the Iconics were going to win, and I'm glad they did. Best match on the board, Gauntlet for Kevin, Nese versus Cedric, Bang Bus. I'll be the librarian, says Teddy. Vince said the winner of the Andre Battle Royal faces Daniel Bryan.
We got a late one on
is what Stike could have said. You know, hey, Kofi, you're in this, but the winner of that would be awesome. Have Kofi, like, everybody would on the pre-show, Kofi's got to fight in the Battle Royal to get a spot? That'd be great.
That'd be all right.
That'd be great.
Although
you would know what's happening.
Yeah, but first of all, no one fucking watches the pre-show. Do you see what Mania looks like? I mean, we were there.
Yeah.
Do you see what the
you
what the
fucking
arena
want
looks
us for
like?
8 hours, Brian? I wouldn't get there early either.
Right, baking in the goddamn. Actually, you're not going to be baking in the sun. You're going to be
Not
freezing your fucking nuts off.
We did.
Yeah, you're going to be sitting in snow. You know what?
Teddy says,
I don't wish harm or like negativity upon anything or anyone. But how wacky would it be if it snows?
I don't know. Marked out Kofi getting screwed for Justin. Daisy Man joining us over there on Twitch. Welcome, sir. Teddy says, has anyone watched the Page movies? He says the one in theaters, not the ones on Pornhub, to clarify.
I did not, but it got a lot of good reviews. I will say that.
Yeah. Kevin goes, was it good? Teddy says, didn't watch it yet. Way to bring it up. So nobody in the current audience of Marked Out Universe has watched it, so we can't do that. Well, that sucked, Brian. Well, that sucked is next. We have Well, that sucked, LOL, and Daisy Man is now following us. We got another subscriber.
Look at that.
I love getting the zombies. This is awesome.
I like that little sound effect too.
Right? LOL and Pink Slip. So, Well, that sucked, LOL and Pink Slip. Go ahead and get us started with Well, that sucked.
Well, that sucked. You know what? 2 matches. I mean, I understand that one of them is an hour long, but still. I guess you can't really have a SmackDown pre-show.
You just want to be nitpicky.
Yeah, I'm being nitpicky.
All right.
Well, honestly, I wrote Nikki Cross, but
you already used it.
But it didn't really suck. It didn't suck. It's still cool to see her like going from NXT and doing her thing and being up there. But man, go on.
Dyke says he saw the Page movie, Fighting with My Family. He said it was good.
Come on. I'll watch it on, I was going to say DVD, but I'll watch it on, Netflix? Hulu? Tidal?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Well, that sucked for me is me being right.
Go on.
Me being right. It sucked. I don't like being right. You know, I am a host. I do predictions here and stuff like that. But there is still the fan in me. And the fan in me wanted me to be wrong tonight. The fan in me wanted Kofi to win. The fan in me wanted them to find a new way to screw him over. And yeah, I like that Battle Royal idea. I like the have to fight New Day idea. Mm-hmm. Austin chased for 3 months to get his opportunity, and McMahon kept screwing him over. I never thought of Kofi as doing this, but, that's what it is. Well, that sucks. Devaluing your champions, having both of them lose, Dyke says. He's talking about the women and Joe. Well, that sucked. Too many promos for Justin. Well, that sucked. KO having nothing planned for WrestleMania. He's probably going to be in the Battle Royal. That's from Bang Bus. I'm really upset about this whole thing.
You know what? I should have rephrased my answer. That's what it was. Too many promos.
Too many promos?
Right? I mean, they could have done, I don't know.
So you're going to piggyback on Justin. Normally Justin piggybacks on us.
You know what? Give me a fucking Scott Steiner Triple H pose off or a fucking arm wrestling match. Give me something entertaining.
How about we do like a math ball between Steiner and Joe?
So Samoa Joe, you take your 30-30 and a third chance minus my 25% chance. Oh, son of a bitch.
That never gets old.
That one always gets me.
LOL and Pink Slip. Brian, LOL. Who's getting your LOL? What is getting your LOL?
My LOL was during the Miz's opening promo when he was trying to get the crowd behind him and trying to get them to feel like he's like a blue collar guy. And during it, he said the words, and I was here for 13 years, and I had to do it through the real world. And he made it sound like he was like doing it through the real world, like doing it like out there with the people. MTV. But it's like, yeah, he meant like doing it through the fucking television show.
Yeah.
So
then he had to be on Road Rules.
I think he only did the challenges though. Like he only did like the real world.
Oh yeah, he wasn't.
Wow,
part of...
you try saying that. Real world road rules challenge. Oof.
Real World Road Rules Challenge.
You can't do it. You've got your fucking hand over your mouth. What the fuck?
Shouldn't that make it more difficult?
Exactly. Yeah.
And I still said it?
Yeah.
Right. Free throw contest, Batista versus Triple H on
Love
Raw.
It. Beautiful.
There you go.
Beautiful.
KO should have returned at the Superstar Shakeup in Montreal. We've been whining that forever.
That thing, I am waiting for that. about to go drop my headphones and walk to Montreal right now.
I think you teased it like February 9th.
I did.
Or February.
It's coming up soon.
Yeah, it's going to be any day. LOL EC3 tweet replying to WWE who wished him happy birthday. He replied and said, "Thanks, catering was delicious." That's fucking hysterical, Bang.
That's amazing.
I missed that. Kevin from Texas, LOL raised jacket. My LOL is the thought of them doing custody over the grown Dominic. I got a kick out of him being grown up.
Wasn't that a movie?
Which?
Where there was like adults that tried to get like adopted. I guess not Step Brothers, but it was kind of like that. No,
I think you're making some shit up.
Probably.
Here.
Well, it should be a movie.
LOL viewing party in the locker room. That's from Justin. Final one is going to be a pink slip. Oh, there's a good bit to choose from. I feel tonight. Icy Man also just subscribed. That must be his other. He's following us on Twitch and he's subscribed on YouTube.
I just saw the zombie.
That is wonderful. You just finally saw the zombie.
Yeah,
Isn't that the coolest thing?
First time.
It's so cool. Real quickly, pink slip, Brian. Tonight only. Remember, pink slip. Who are you giving it to?
All right, this one is controversial. I don't even know if I should say it. Vince McMahon.
No, give him the pink slip. Give him the death slip.
No. Well, come on, fuck you. No, but him just coming out.
I'm just being mean.
Him just coming out and just saying, you know what? No, you're not. Like, he didn't give us any kind of, like you said, like cliffhanger for next week. He just shot it down and said Kofi's not wrestling in Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, and that's that.
Yeah, he could have let it go for a whole week. You're right.
Well, you know what? Maybe he did something right in the buffer zone right before 205 Live that we just didn't see on television.
Yeah, dark shit. Kevin from Texas says Dominic turns on Ray because he's a Samoa Joe fan. Late LOL, Miz mentioning the real world. That was great. He was funny as hell on that show, Stike says. Pink slip, Nikki Cross hanging out with the rest of the locker room. That totally ruins her character, Stike says. I agree. My pink slip is going to be slightly different. This is going to be a weird one, but KO, you didn't need to come back to host a promo show.
And he was wearing a blazer, like he was wearing a fucking clip-on tie.
The whole outfit looked like Foley dressed him until like in formal casual wear or something like that. I would never truly pink slip KO, but I don't want him to come back until you have something to do with him. So I'm giving him the pink slip. It's more of a vacation. Don't make this man come back early from injury when you have nothing planned for him. That is stupid as hell. And
you're killing me, Small.
That's just the way I'll say it. Anything else, Brian, on the board before we move on?
You read the one. Let's see.
Oh, I didn't read Bang Buses.
Bang Bus. Pink slip is Nikki Cross. She shouldn't be eating pancakes with the New Day and celebrating Kofi's win. No, she should not.
No.
She should be like ripping out fucking.
She should be doing like Hornswoggle.
No Way Jose's new dreads and like
I think she should be hanging out under the ring like Hornswoggle, and whenever like a certain divas come near it, she just comes out, snatches them, pulls them under, and we never see them again. Like just anything but backstage eating pancakes.
What?
Yeah, I agree. This is, I guess I'll play the song because we haven't had this music in a while, Brian. Board, it's time. It's time for you guys to provide us, if we have any, the dirt sheets, the mud reports for Smarkdown. Bring them. Let's go. We saw the EC3 one. That made me laugh. They can be funny. They don't have to be informative only.
Oh, you're taking it way back.
Yeah.
You're taking it way back.
Dun, 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 dun. Daisy Man Pink Slip. He says Kurt Angle should have chosen Cena.
Oh, here. Well, I'll kick it off with this one. Just because. Yeah.
Gotta let it breathe, Brian.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a while.
Teddy wants us to kick it off with his. He says Nikki Bella's whoring around again. That's his dirt sheet.
That's not a dirt sheet. That's personal.
That's just fact.
That's personal.
Oh, too personal?
That's personal. We don't talk about that.
Why not?
Good sir.
I don't see the bad. What do you got?
If you recall, Kurt Angle, he had a brother. Eric Angle. And he was recently arrested with assault after lifting a 12-year-old wrestler by his neck. And there's video footage. It's fucking terrible. And this happened in Pittsburgh. And according to witnesses, Angle picked up a young wrestler by his neck after a loss and ended up letting the wrestler fall to the mat. So picture him just picking him up like by his fucking, almost like how Braun was doing it to. Who was he doing it to?
Leo Rush.
Leo Rush, right?
Last night.
It was almost just like that. But it's not a good look, especially when like
Teddy wants to know where he can see this.
Let's see.
And Matthew Salvetti.
Hey, caution. What's up,
is late because he was having an intense game of Scrabble, he said.
Intense game of Scrabble.
What about this? Kevin saying. He says he saw that Kurt Angle and his wife are reportedly upset about the Baron Corbin pick.
They are. She responded to some tweets saying that like she wasn't too enthused about it.
Obviously not Karen Angle. We're talking about current wife, right?
Yeah, come on, not Karen.
Karen Jarrett. You don't need to look at a tweet to know that. Kurt was not selling it last night. You could tell he wasn't happy about this. It was reported by Brian Alvarez that it will be Cena facing Angle at WrestleMania, and Corbin will be in the Battle Royal, Stike says.
How long have I been saying that? Right? I guess since yesterday. But since yesterday, I have been saying that it's not going to be Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle. It's going to be John Cena. Ruthless aggression.
Well,
Dude,
then what is Samoa Joe doing?
What is Samoa Joe doing? Samoa Joe, let's see.
There's your horse noise.
What are you talking about? He's wrestling Ray.
Oh, that's right. They're going to program him there.
Yeah.
Kurt's brother is upset about Corbin facing his brother in the last match, so that's why he's just taking it out on kids.
Jacob Vang.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome.
What's up, bud?
Raw's in Boston next week. Cena's from Boston. Guess what? Ooh, Bang Bus. He's playing detective. Put it together.
How good would it be if we see Cena come out in those fucking ugly, no, not even that. Like when he was like just phasing out of like prototype John Cena, and he was still wearing like ring gear, still wearing those like shiny short.
Oh, he comes and does a
black
rap.
Boots. No. Before all, you know what? I'll settle for that. But I want like the one where he's actually wearing ring gear.
You're talking about the prototype.
His hair
You're
is
talking
feathered.
about the prototype. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked exactly like the prototype during that debut.
Yes, correct. But when he debuted
exactly
against Kurt Angle, like that just makes the most sense, right? Out of anyone on the roster, who makes the most sense?
It makes the most sense, but Cena's inducted him. Cena faced him in his debut and won. What I think would be great is if he comes out and Baron's talking on, the stage, and Cena just attacks him from behind. Completely out of character for Cena, not because of a heel turn, but because he is doing what you say, Brian. He's the throwback character to his rap days. That character would attack somebody from behind, and that character would then do a rap that says, hey, Angle, you shouldn't have picked Corbin. You should pick me, blah, 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 blah. And there's your match. But the way Kurt moved last night, I don't know that anything's going to save this.
He'll get there.
Dragon Ball Z is opening 2019, Jacob says. Of course. Spinning USA title for Cena, Teddy says. That's not going to happen. Kurt's going to lose his retirement match because both Flair and WrestleMania 24 and Michaels at 26 both lost. Yeah, Stike, he more than likely will lose if it's Cena. I think against Corbin, there's a good chance they still let him win. And let's not forget that wasn't really Flair's retirement, and it's not Michael's either because he wrestled since then. So they undid all of that. Impact had a developmental agreement with Al Snow's promotion, OVW.
Yes, OVW, if you remember, they were that's a good one. Who just brought that up?
That's Justin over on Twitch.
Oh, way to go, Justin. So OVW, if you remember, that was WWF's developmental area. So that's where fucking Cena and
that great class of Batista.
Yes, that's where
Orton,
they all came from.
Shelton, Brock.
Right. So when you
Cena,
when you hear wrestlers saying, we're from wrestled in Louisville or
OVW,
Louisville, yeah, OVW. So
and don't forget he was the prototype. There was Batista the Leviathan. Orton was always Orton. Brock was always Brock because Orton was going on his name and Brock was coming from the amateur status.
Right. But good for them because I mean they've got a great product and they've been doing stuff with Impact Wrestling and having kind of co-promotion. So that's great stuff. Speaking of Impact, glad that you guys brought that up. Lance Storm is also joining Impact as a backstage producer. So I know he's somebody that didn't really do too much, if anything, really in WWE during his time there, but his ECW run and I mean even his shit in fucking WCW was great during the tail end of it. So having someone like him there, besides the fact that he's been training all these people that are now really making a name for themselves, they've been making some really great moves, dude.
I never know because it's kind of spelled the same if you don't put the hyphen in. But Bang
that?
Bus put Sin Cara resigned, did he say resigned?
No.
You know, it's the same.
He re-signed.
Yeah,
which is a weird one. I don't know about you, but
Impact on Twitch has been all right. Kevin says
it really, dude. They've got a really good thing going, and especially the fact that they're just working with everybody. Like you don't really hear about, not necessarily that they work with like the top tier promotions, but I'm saying in terms of like, look, they just made a deal with OVW, but they're also doing just like I said, just co-promotions with a lot of like up and coming indie promotions, which is great.
You have to nowadays. You have to work together because you can't possibly keep any talent.
Strength in numbers.
Right. And you want to book your name. If you're a guy who almost in the old territory days is over in Louisville and now you're trying to get over in Nashville. It's the next, I know it's not far, they're only a few hours apart, but you borrow each other's talent to make that card. Wrestle Circus is returning, Bangla says. Lance Storm trained Emma and Tyler Breeze. You guys remember them, right? Salvetti said, I'm wondering what Fandango, Tyler Breeze are going to do whenever they're back. Why is Tyler Breeze just not even being used?
I don't think he really cares at this point.
Like, say more than that, Brian.
Let's see. Have you been on his Twitter recently?
Yeah, Prince Pretty. He says, why was the Fashion Files canceled was the last thing I saw.
Yeah, exactly.
That means he doesn't care?
Well, I mean, if you were, like, stoked about being a part of, a company like WWE, you probably wouldn't put that. I don't know. That's kind of a negative tweet, right? You don't think so?
I don't know.
Asking why something's canceled?
No, I think he
tongue in cheek. He knows why it's canceled. They don't give a fuck about it.
Was it you or was it Rob? Whoever said that he would be better off on the Indies? They're right. Even before AEW was a thing, Rob brought up that topic. Who would benefit most not being here? Tyler Breeze. I don't know about financially.
You know who I think, and I'll say it again, my Long Island brethren.
Well, he's going.
Oh yeah.
They made a huge mistake. He was one of those guys that Cena took all the heat away from. They still gave him a Mania moment, and they undid that like right afterwards. And I heard that was a last-minute decision.
He should just get like a Disney gimmick. Do something like that. He should be like Eric from fucking Little Mermaid or some shit.
To make me laugh, by the way.
He's always there.
Since you want to talk about Twitter, Chelsea Green was talking about how she wishes Zack Ryder would hurry up and get home to help her shave her pits. On Twitter. Well, that's love right there.
She I believe broke her wrist at a recent NXT taping.
Yeah, so she couldn't do it herself.
Yeah. There you go.
Stokey Hathaway signed by WWE as a manager, according to Deadspin. Yeah, Chelsea said something about Casey Catanzaro driving her all around trying to find what do you call it? Urgent care. That was open, I guess, or whatever when that happened. Indies don't need Tyler Breeze. They have Dalton Castle.
He's the best. And the boys.
I was hoping Storm to go to AEW Thrill Seekers reunion. Salvetti says, sorry, caution, you don't get it. Best match I ever watched of Wrestle Circus was Rachel Ellering and Tessa Blanchard, title for title. They're both very good. I actually know about them because they're second generation. Tyler Breeze wrestled Justin Thunder Liger before an NXT takeover. Now look at him. Sad times. And Salvetti says, Long Island brethren, you mean me?
Aw.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Kevin says Zach replied to that tweet I was talking about. Kinky. You think Lars Sullivan will get another shot? Daisy Man says, I don't know.
You know what? Isn't it funny that out of everybody that came up around that time, he's the one that's like kind of the safest because he actually hasn't made his debut yet. Like he stayed off. Like so, at least like with him, you can at least
he stayed off.
Well, in maybe not in that way, but not by his choice.
If he were to make a comeback, would they have to bring him back to NXT first?
That I mean, he never left. That's the thing.
Well, he did house shows,
but he never debuted. Oh yeah, Nikki's just going to fucking catering just to go. I'm gonna go grab a Gatorade. Anybody want one?
Even worse, R-Truth isn't even paying attention. He's just hanging out in the back.
Well, that makes
playing
sense.
On his phone.
That makes sense. Playing his next dance break.
I'm done with this. I'm done. You go seriously. Finish your thought. I don't want to cut you
Let's find one more. Let's get another good one.
Another good one.
Another good one. Let's see. Dirt sheet.
That shit happened.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's close it down. It'll be good to see the Good Brothers in AEW, but let's be honest. Bullet Club took a big hit, losing Omega, Bucks, and etc. Bullet Club needs Good Brothers badly right now. Maybe that would keep it alive, but do you really need to keep it alive? It's run its course. The worst thing you can do with a gimmick is let it run too long or cancel it too early. Yeah, you want to leave on a high note, leave them wanting more, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do here. Tune in next time, same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's Ravepro.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.